Let me tell you something. Great basketball doesn't sell sneakers. Dunks sell sneakers.
What's up, Internet? I'm Spice Adams, and welcome to Spicy Takes, brought to you by McDonald's. Now, on this show, we bring you the news, but with flavor. Joining me is my man, Cass. What's up, man? How you doing?
Spice, I'm living, brother.
Now, on Spicy Takes, we've got it all. My man, Cass, is going to be talking pop culture, and I'm going to be bringing you that good heat that you're looking for. But first, it's been a big week in sports, so let's round it up. The NBA Conference Finals are underway. One team that definitely won't be winning it all this year is the Philadelphia 76ers. Despite their all-star core, the Sixers were swept in the first round. They fired Coach Brett Brown, and the search is on for his replacement. But the names I'm most interested in is South Carolina's women's head coach, Dawn Staley. Staley is a 6-time All-Star and a 3-time Olympic gold medal winner. If I'm Sixers GM Elton Brand, I'm going with Dawn Staley. Cass, who do you think the Sixers should hire?
So Dawn Staley, definitely at the top of my list. I would love to see that. I think that's incredibly intriguing. And I do believe there are 1 or 2 coaching decisions away from being a true Eastern Conference contender. But for my money, I got to see Mark Jackson patrol a sideline again, man.
The Brooklyn Nets hired 8-time NBA All-Star Steve Nash. Nash won back-to-back MVPs in 04 and 05, so he definitely knows what it takes to win in the NBA. Cass, what do you think about this hire?
You could have my grandmama coaching the Brooklyn Nets next year, right? That team is loaded, all right? From KD to Dinwiddie to Karis LeVert, Kyrie Irving, Jared Allen, Steve Nash. He's gonna be on that Steve Kerr plan. Just hop in, get KD, and win championships.
Switching gears to Major League Baseball, the abbreviated season wraps up this week. And for 1 year only, the league has expanded the playoffs to include 16 teams instead of the usual 10. The top 2 teams in each division will make the playoffs, as well as the 2 teams from each league with the next best win-loss record. Cass, who do you think will make it to the World Series?
I'm still going with the Bronx Bombers. We got you right where we want you, Major League Baseball. We got a lot of injuries, a lot of players going down, but they gonna get healthy. They gonna come back right on time. And just when you least expect it, bam, Aaron Judge. Bam, Giancarlo Stanton. Bam, Gary Sanchez. The murderer's row will come back, and just when you get caught slipping, Yankees gonna take pennant number 28.
The sports world said goodbye recently to one of its most influential members, Georgetown head coach John Thompson Jr. Thompson led the Hoyas to 7 Big East titles, 3 Final Fours, and of course, the 1984 National Championship. Thompson's 1984 title run was the first ever by a black head coach. Thompson was truly an inspiration and was also responsible for guiding the careers of NBA All-Stars and former Hoyas Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, and Alonzo Mourning. So Cass, who do you think was the best Hoya to ever play in the NBA?
My New York bias is gonna show again. I gotta go with Patrick Ewing. You know, he brought them a title. You know what I mean? He went number 1 overall. He was a man amongst boys in the college game. The Alonzo Mournings, the Allen Iversons, they were on paths that may not have been the best path before they met John Thompson. And now not only are they upstanding citizens of the community, they're Hall of Famers, they're legends, they're icons, but when it comes to just players, I couldn't be more prouder of a guy like Patrick Ewing picking up the mantle as the head coach at Georgetown, because when it comes to Georgetown, there's no more player. That gray 33 jersey was a staple in the 90s.
And lastly in sports, we have to talk about the Jordan Z Code. The long-awaited Zion Williamson Jordan brand signature shoe will drop sometime in spring 2021, and the anticipation is off the charts. We do know that the designers are working to create a sneaker that supports Zion's explosiveness and power, something his shoes have failed to do in the past. Cass, do you think the Jordan brand is going to get its money's worth with this deal?
Let me tell you something. Great basketball doesn't sell sneakers. Dunks sell sneakers.
And that does it for sports, but we ain't done yet. Next up, there's almost too much pop culture news for this week, but thankfully, we've got Cass to break it all down.
Round it up. You know, Zion Williamson is the only one who just cashed out on a mega deal, all right? Former Royals Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just received $100 million from Netflix to create a slate of programming which include documentaries, a docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. Spice, is $100 million a big deal to people who have Duke and Duchess before their names?
How is it like being around a queen? How is it like being around a king? Like, nobody knows that type of stuff. I mean, you can read on it.
What is the royal family really doing anyway? Just standing around doing some centuries old traditions that nobody watches anymore? You know who probably got more pub than anybody in the royal family this year? Carol Baskin and the Tiger King. I swear to you, because they were on Netflix and everybody was talking about them dudes, okay? Madden fans, they received some good news this week because not only has EA Sports released their latest version of the wildly popular Madden NFL football game, but they've included a special surprise, Colin Kaepernick. EA Sports stated in a press release that, quote, Kaepernick is one of the top free agents in football and a starting caliber quarterback. The team at EA Sports, along with millions of Madden NFL fans, want to see him back in our game, me included. Spice, what do you think? If you're playing Madden, are you picking up Colin Kaepernick off the waiver wire?
Of course. I think that's dope, man. I mean, you're talking about a quarterback who played in the Super Bowl. You're talking about a quarterback who holds the NFL record for most rushing yards by a quarterback. And shout out to EA Sports for putting him in the game. If it's in the game, it's in the game. EA Sports, that's tight, man. I love that. I love it.
Microsoft announced that the new Xbox Series S will be released this November for the competitive price of $299. Details on the console were leaked, which prompted Microsoft to make their own announcement, officially introducing fans to the smallest Xbox console ever built. Spice, are you a gamer or not?
Just have one system, right? And just make the CDs better games. Like, that's it. Like, you got an Xbox 360, an Xbox this, Xbox X, Xbox Y, Xbox Z, Xbox... Stop it.
We in the new generation. Xbox 360 was years ago, my G.
I got 4 kids, man. I just said that.
I do not envy you when it comes to this Christmas season. Because not only is the Xbox coming, the PS5 is coming, all these new consoles are coming. Like, it's all, like, gamer season is right around the corner.
All right, folks. Now that we've warmed up, it's time for my favorite part of the show. I hope you like heat, because this is my spicy take of the week. Today, I'd like to ask you a question. What's the spiciest position in all of sports? Well, as much as I like to say it's defensive tackle, the position I played, the truth is there are so many spicy options. For me, the spiciest position in all of sports is that hot corner. That's right, third base. Picture it. A hitter pulls a ball down the line. It bounces off the bag. It careens toward foul territory. And the only thing between the hitter and the stand-up triple is that third baseman. Only the coolest of customers can stand the heat of third base. They're like the people that would eat McDonald's spicy chicken McNuggets. The kind of person who looks all that heat right in the face and says, bring it on.
Spice, man, I couldn't have said it better myself. I could not have said it better myself. But the only person that's spicier is the person that's throwing that frozen rope down the plate, doesn't get fazed by the heat. That's what's spice to me, man.
Not only does he does what a pitcher do, he also gives his body up for his team. Come on, man. Third baseman, spiciest position in all of sports.
All right, you got really angry and you gave me that defensive tackle look. So I'm just gonna agree with you.
That's right, Cass. Now you know I know my spices now. And that, folks, is spice. Whew. That's our show. I'd like to thank my co-host Cass for bringing the flavor. McDonald's for bringing the heat. And you know that I'm always gonna give you that spice.